Hello everyone, I'm Marcy Rinehart from WNZR.
And I'm Wesley Boston.
Also from WNZR.
It was implied.
We are so thrilled to be with you and really excited that we've been asked to help tell your story. First of all, let us tell you, we are so proud of you. Mm-hmm. We are proud of the work that you do with the Junior Fair, all of your projects. We're really just astounded at how much work goes in to those 7 days and even beyond.
Absolutely. And that's why these interviews are important, because you've done hard work and you should be recognized for that. We want to tell your story.
So let's start out by telling who we are. We are WNZR, which we are a radio station. You can hear us on 90.9 FM, but we're also online.
That's right. WNZR.FM. You can listen to our audio stream. We have an app. If you just search WNZR on Google Play or the App Store, you can find us. So there's lots of ways to listen, even if you aren't listening on a normal radio.
And if you look here at Wesley's shirt, we're also WNZR.TV because we have a streaming area on the internet where you can see MVNU athletics. And so that's a fun part of who we are as WNZR. Now, we mentioned several times we want to tell your story. We're excited about what's happening at the Knox County Fair. We want to tell all the positive things that you are doing. We want to share your good news and we want to honor your hard work. But the only way to do that is if you talk to us.
Absolutely. Now, we don't do any of these interviews live. We don't put you on the spot. We want to make it as comfortable as possible for you. So all interviews are pre-recorded ahead of time. That means you have plenty of time to catch your breath, get focused, and best of all, not worry about making mistakes because we can always just stop and start again. No pressures to be perfect on the first time, the second try, or even the third try.
And we want to share a secret with you. We make mistakes every day. And here's another thing we're going to do for you. We're going to share the questions with you ahead of time so you have some time to think about your answer. So don't worry about that interview. And don't be scared. When we get ready to talk to you, just take a deep breath and tell us about your experience. And you don't want to be afraid of the microphone, just talk right into it. Remember, what people want to hear about is you. They want to hear about your experience. They want to hear your story. They want to hear how you have been involved in 4-H or different groups at the fair and what you've done to prepare to come to the Knox County Fair. Absolutely.
One thing we do recommend is smile when you're doing an interview. It helps you sound more energized, excited. It increases your volume. We're trying to smile right now while we do this because it has a positive impact on your voice. So we want this to be something fun for you, not something that is frightening or serious or a challenge, a bore. So we hope it is exciting, that you'll smile naturally. But that's a great tip for any of these interviews. Even though people won't see your face, since it's an audio interview, they'll still hear it in your voice.
And another little trick that we use in the studio all the time, if you stand up, now we're not standing today because it would be hard for our camera operator, Jonathan. Thank you for helping us out with this video. But if you stand while you're talking, it actually helps you have better tone and better voice control. So no matter what radio station you're talking to or whatever media person you're talking to, if you stand up, it's actually going to give you more confidence.
Absolutely. And it's important to remember, it's a conversation. You'll just be talking to whoever the DJ is that's interviewing you. You aren't going to be in front of a crowd. It's just one-on-one. So we recommend treating it like that. Don't think about, other people are going to listen to this. Just focus on having a conversation, just like you would with any of your friends when you talk to them, one-on-one, face-to-face.
And if you get nervous, just think about talking to your mom or your dad or your grandma. Okay?
Yep, all our DJs are nice, so there's not going to be anybody who's a mean person interviewing you this summer.
So, when we say we want to tell your story, what do we want to know? Well, what process did you go through to get to the fair? Tell us about how you prepared your animal. Tell us about what you had to do every day. Tell us what you have to do before a show. Because remember, a lot of people that you're talking to, they've never had the experience that you're probably very familiar with. So it's really interesting to me and to other people listening, hey, you're taking a hog to the fair. When did you get that animal? What do you have to do? Take us through that process.
We also want to know more about your story. What school did you go to? What 4-H club are you in? Why did you get started with 4-H in the first place? We want to know what makes your story special, because each one of your stories is special.
And what different projects are you doing at the fair? We're not just focusing on livestock at the Knox County Fair. We want to talk about all the other projects, even those that are judged before the fair.
Absolutely. And we also want to know what you're looking forward to at the fair. There's a lot of fun things. I mean, I'm sure you are looking forward to these 4-H competitions, but there's rides, there's concerts, there's just walking around with friends. So we want to know what you're looking forward to, because let's be real, you know a bit more about the fair than a lot of people. So knowing what you are looking forward to will help get other people who don't know all the ins and outs of the fair, it'll help them get excited as well.
And let's be honest, you're probably sitting there involved in this day and involved at the level you are at the Knox County Fair and with Junior Fair because somebody else got you interested. So by telling your story and by talking about how awesome this experience is, you're going to get more kids involved.
Absolutely.
Thanks again for letting us be with you today. And remember, you can call us and you can come up and talk to us at any time with any questions or any concerns that you have. But we want you to remember this, that being interviewed is an honor. It benefits you, it benefits the 4-H program, it benefits your 4-H club, it benefits your animal, it definitely helps you in the sale, trust me, it will. And it highlights all the positive things that kids are doing involved in the fair. And we want to talk about the good things. And you're doing that. You're there today. You are doing it. And you know what? It's also kind of cool to be on the radio.
Oh yeah, it is.
All right, now we're happy to share copies of our interviews with you and your family members. We will have, like Wesley said, all of our Knox County Fair interviews are recorded. We're going to feature those on our website and our blogs the week of the fair. And if you want a copy, all you have to do is reach out to us, and we'd be glad to make that available for you. But we do have, on our Facebook page especially, like all of our Morning Thing blogs will have the interviews that we share throughout the week. So it's a really easy place to go. We'll also put it on our website, WNZR.FM, so you can go there because we know your parents and maybe your grandparents want a copy.
Exactly. They're excited for you and they'll want to hear it. Even if you don't want to hear it yourself, your parents and grandparents definitely will.
Yes, because they love you. Okay?
Absolutely. And we are excited, if you're interested, to show you the behind-the-scenes operations of WNZR. If you want to learn more about how the radio station works, if this is something you're interested in pursuing, even if it's not something you want to pursue, but you're just curious, let us know. We'd be happy to arrange a tour for you, let you come in and see what we do in our day-to-day operations.
We can show you the whole process from start to finish. Now, once again, we want to honor you. We want to feature your story. So how can we strengthen this relationship between WNZR and Junior Fair Board members? Is just talk to us. You know, we understand that it's a little bit scary at first, but we're going to do everything we can to make you feel comfortable because it's you we want to highlight. And I know that can be a little bit nerve-wracking at times, and you think, I don't know exactly what to say. We can help you walk through that process. In fact, Wesley and I are going to give you an example here in just a few minutes.
Absolutely. So I got to read where you're pointing.
Sorry.
So what you should expect during the Fair Week interviews. Again, these are all recorded in advance. Are we having them call in again this year?
We're going to do some call-ins ahead of time, too.
Yeah, so we'll arrange. It might be over the phone, but a lot of them will be in person. We'll set those up. So you can just expect a WNZR DJ to show up. We'll have a digital recorder, just a little handheld device with a little microphone on top. Again, we don't want you staring at the microphone. Just look at the person, have a conversation, one-on-one. That's who you're talking to. We'll give you the questions in advance, like Marcy said earlier, so you'll know what to expect. We can do a practice run with you if you're nervous. And like I said before, it's not live, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you say, you know what, I think I can do a better job, or you stumble over words and you want to start over, we can work with that. We just want you to be comfortable. Just let us know what we can do to make it easier on you.
Now, another thing that you can help us with, okay? Name pronunciations.
Oh, yes, that's
okay?
a big one.
Because we try really hard to announce the results from all of the different shows. We at least want to get the first places in every class. We want to definitely mention the Grand and Reserve champions because we know if you get a first place in a class, you've earned that ribbon. If you get a grand and reserve champion, you've earned that spot.
Yeah.
You've worked hard. And so we want to make sure we're saying your name correctly. So a lot of times we'll go to the Junior Fair Board office because we really don't know how to pronounce a name, or we may stop a Junior Fair Board member and ask for your help on that. You might not know, but hopefully you know somebody who would know. We're going to be out taking pictures at different shows. I instruct the staff all the time if you have questions, because we want to report what's actually happening in the show along with the winners. So they may come up and ask you, explain to me what's happening, explain what the judges are looking for. So that behind the scenes perspective that you have, because you're actually doing this, you're actually showing those animals, that's going to give us insight that is really interesting to our listeners.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we're going to role play a little bit, and we'll just see. I'm going to let Wesley ask me questions, so I'm on the spot. Okay?
Okay.
So here's an example.
Am I asking you, pretend you're a 4-H member? We're going to do asking you about how you're involved. Is that what we're doing here?
Just surprise me.
Okay.
See, I'm a little nervous. We understand.
Yeah, being nervous shows you care.
But we're going to
That's
give you the
important.
questions ahead of time.
Yes.
I just don't have them ahead of time.
All right, I'm on the spot too because I got to think these up. Okay.
Okay.
We're talking to Marcy. She is a Junior Fair Board member. Marcy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. I'm so excited for the fair.
I'm sure, but we can't wait to hear all about it. To start off, can you tell us what is your role on the Junior Fair Board?
Well, this is my first year on Junior Fair Board, which I'm really excited about it. And so they tell me that I'm going to be helping with results. And so I've been assigned to the swine show, and so I'm going to be just taking a lot of information down and making sure that that's all recorded.
That's awesome. So, Marcy, this is your first year on Junior Fair Board. How long have you been doing 4-H?
I've actually been in 4-H for 3 years, and then, my friend, Cassie, good friend, she told me how great Junior Fair Board was. She made so many other friends from other schools around the county, and she said it was just always a blast to go to meetings, and she had so much fun at the fair, so I decided I was going to jump in and just take a little bit more responsibility this week.
Well, that's great, Marcy. Now, go ahead and tell me, which 4-H club are you with?
Barnes and Buddies.
That's
From
awesome.
Gambier.
Barnes and Buddies. Now, what projects are you showing at the fair this year?
Actually, I don't have any livestock, so that's why I'm a little bit nervous about, doing results at one of the agriculture shows. But I know that they're going to give me training because the upperclassmen are really awesome at that. But I did some sewing projects and I did a photography project that I really, really enjoyed, and I get to go to the state fair, which I'm super excited.
That's awesome. Can you tell us about what you did for those projects?
Yes, I decided to do a photography project highlighting my grandparents who were celebrating their 50th wedding anniversary. And so it was like a collage of pictures.
That's awesome. Marcy, what are you looking forward to most about this year's fair? Any activities you're excited for?
I'm excited to be able to help make a difference. I'm excited to be there to help brand new 4-H members. And I'll be honest, I'm excited about some of the shows and the rides and the food. I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah.
It's the fair. We're going to have funnel cakes and we're going to have pulled pork nachos. It's just part of it.
Now, Marcy, what would you say to encourage young kids who haven't tried 4-H yet? What would you say to encourage them to take part? What do you like about that you would think they would too?
This is just fun. It's a blast. I mean, I don't do sports. I'm not an athlete, so I decided that I wanted to try something else that just used some of my skills, and I wanted to learn more about, like photography. I really wanted to learn more about it, and so I just say, take a chance, join one of these clubs, talk to kids who are in 4-H. If you see someone that has a Junior Fair Board shirt on, ask us about it and just get involved. I think it's going to be a great experience for you. You're going to grow a lot. And number one, you're going to make a lot of friends and a lot of memories.
Well, that's awesome. Marcy, thank you so much for telling us all about this year's Junior Fair Board, your involvement, and the Knox County Fair. We hope you have a lot of fun at this year's fair.
Thank you.
There
Okay,
you go.
that's an example, and I probably said things that didn't exist, and I apologize.
That's the fun of it. We both were improvising. Like we said, you won't be improvising. You'll know the answers. You'll know the questions in advance. But it's that simple. Just a conversation. We just want to know a bit about you and why you do what you do, because that's the story.
Now, the other thing we want to let you know about, we will be live at the Sale of Champions. So if you have family members or friends that can't be there, especially if to cheer you on, if you get a Grand or Reserve champion, we will be live, we'll be sharing the results, and we will want to interview all of the Grand and Reserve champions after you get done selling your animal. We'll come off, and those interviews will be live, but we'll help you out, and it's really pretty basic questions, pretty much the same, like how you prepared for the fair, what the process was that you went through.
Why you showed the animal you showed.
Exactly. And how you feel about getting one of the top awards at the fair. So thank you so much for letting us spend some time with you today. Again, remember, it's about you. We want to honor you. We want to tell your story. So please just let us partner with you to tell our entire community how awesome 4-H is and how awesome the Junior Fair is. And thanks for what you're doing. We know you're going to work a lot of extra hours. We know that this isn't just happening the week of the fair. It's happening like days like today, where you're getting more training, and all year round you're preparing for it and you're growing and you're learning. So let us help you just share how awesome it is.
So thanks so much for your time today. Good luck, and we'll see you at the fair.